Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. 2 hearts pump blood to their gills, while the third pumps blood to the rest of their body. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. They get their pink color from eating algae and shrimp that contain carotenoid pigments. The shortest war in history lasted only 38 to 45 minutes. It was between Britain and Zanzibar in 1896. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Their intestines have varying elasticity that forms the distinctive cubic shape. There are more possible games of chess than atoms in the observable universe. This mind-boggling number is larger than the total number of seconds that have passed since the Big Bang. A shrimp's heart is located in its head. They also have 10 pairs of legs and swim backwards when escaping predators. Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. Oxford was founded around 1096, while the Aztec Empire began around 1345. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than to the construction of the Great Pyramid. She lived around 69 to 30 BCE, while the pyramid was built around 258–0251 BCE. A cloud can weigh more than 1,000,000 pounds. The water droplets in an average cumulus cloud weigh about 1.1 million pounds. Lobsters were once considered peasant food and were fed to prisoners. It wasn't until the mid-1800s that lobster became a delicacy. The human brain uses about 20% of the body's total energy, despite weighing only about 2% of body weight. It's incredibly energy demanding. A single raindrop can contain up to 1,000,000 bacteria. Most of these bacteria are harmless and actually help form the raindrop. Penguins have knees, but they're hidden inside their bodies. Their leg bones are similar to humans, just compressed and angled differently. The Eiffel Tower can be 15 centimeters taller during summer. Metal expands in heat, causing the iron structure to grow. A group of pugs is called a grumble. This perfectly matches their characteristic snorting and breathing sounds. Sharks existed before trees. Sharks appeared around 400 million years ago, while trees evolved around 350 million years ago. The Great Wall of China isn't visible from space with the naked eye. This is a common myth that has been debunked by astronauts. Butterflies taste with their feet. They have chemoreceptors on their feet to identify suitable plants for laying eggs. A day on Venus is longer than its year. Venus takes 243 Earth days to rotate once, but only 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun. The dot over a lowercase I, or j, is called a tittle. This typographical term dates back to medieval manuscripts. Bananas are radioactive due to their potassium-40 content. You'd need to eat about 10 million bananas at once for it to be lethal. A group of ravens is called an unkindness. Ravens are among the most intelligent birds and can learn to mimic human speech. The human stomach gets an entirely new lining every 3 to 4 days. The stomach acid would otherwise digest the stomach itself. Honey badgers can delay implantation of embryos for up to 300 days. This ensures babies are born when food is most abundant. The longest recorded flight of a chicken is 13 seconds. Despite being birds, chickens are poor flyers due to their heavy bodies. A group of hedgehogs is called an array. Baby hedgehogs are called hogolts and are born blind and spineless. The word set has the most different meanings in English. The Oxford English Dictionary lists over 430 distinct definitions for set. Dolphins have names for each other in the form of unique whistles. They can call out to specific individuals using these signature whistles. The longest hiccuping fit lasted 68 years. Charles Osborne from Iowa hiccuped from 1922 to 1990. A bolt of lightning is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Lightning can reach temperatures of about 30,000 Kelvin. The immortal jellyfish can theoretically live forever. Toratopsis dohrnii can reverse its aging process and return to its juvenile state. A group of owls is called a parliament. This term reflects their reputation for wisdom in folklore and literature. Your nose can remember up to 50,000 different scents. The olfactory system has a direct connection to the brain's memory center. The Antarctic ice sheet contains about 70% of the world's fresh water. If it all melted, sea levels would rise by about 200 feet. A group of ferrets is called a business. Ferrets sleep 18 to 20 hours per day and are most active during dawn and dusk. The human eye can distinguish about 10 million different colors. This is due to 3 types of color-detecting cells called cones. A blue whale's tongue can weigh as much as an elephant. Their hearts alone can weigh as much as a car. The shortest complete sentence in English is, I am. It contains a subject and predicate, making it grammatically complete. A group of giraffes is called a tower. Baby giraffes drop about 6 feet to the ground when born. The human body contains about 37.2 trillion cells. This number varies based on body size and composition. A lightning bolt can travel at speeds up to 140,000 miles per hour. The return stroke, which we see, is even faster than the initial downward strike. A group of hippos is called a bloat. Despite their bulky appearance, hippos can run up to 30 miles per hour on land. The Mona Lisa has no eyebrows, because it was fashionable to shave them off in Renaissance Florence. Women would pluck their hairlines back to create a higher forehead. A group of zebras is called a dazzle. Their stripes may help confuse predators when zebras move in groups. The human heart beats about 100,000 times per day. Over a lifetime, that's about 2.5 billion heartbeats. A mantis shrimp can see 12 to 16 different color receptors compared to humans' 3. They can see ultraviolet, visible, and polarized light. The word typewriter can be typed using only the top row of a QWERTY keyboard. This was intentionally designed to impress customers in demonstrations. A group of pandas is called an embarrassment. Giant pandas spend 14 hours a day eating bamboo to meet their nutritional needs. The average person walks past 36 murderers in their lifetime. This statistic is based on the number of unsolved murders and population density. A group of peacocks is called an ostentation. Only male peacocks have the colorful tail feathers used for mating displays. The human brain is about 75% water. Even mild dehydration can affect cognitive function and mood. A group of lemurs is called a conspiracy. Ring-tailed lemurs communicate through scent marking and have over 30 different vocalizations. The average cloud travels at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. Wind patterns at different altitudes determine cloud movement and formation. A group of meerkats is called a mob. They have different alarm calls for different types of predators approaching from various directions. The human ear can hear frequencies from about 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. This range decreases with age, especially for higher frequencies. A group of sloths is called a bed. Two-toed sloths only defecate once a week and can lose up to 30% of their body weight when they do. The average person spends 5 years of their life eating. This includes time spent chewing, swallowing, and enjoying meals. A group of kangaroos is called a mob. Baby kangaroos are only about 2 centimeters long when born and crawl into their mother's pouch. The human liver can regenerate itself completely. Even if 75% is removed, it can grow back to full size within weeks. A group of rhinos is called a crash. Despite their poor eyesight, rhinos can run up to 35 miles per hour. The average person blinks about 17,000 times per day. Blinking helps keep eyes moist and removes debris from the surface. A group of elephants is called a parade. Elephants can recognize themselves in mirrors, showing self-awareness. The human tongue has about 10,000 taste buds. These are replaced every 1 to 2 weeks throughout your life. A group of turtles is called a bale. Sea turtles navigate using Earth's magnetic field to return to their birthplace to nest. The average person produces about 25,000 quarts of saliva in their lifetime. Saliva helps with digestion and protects teeth from decay. A group of bats is called a cauldron. Bats are the only mammals capable of true sustained flight. The human skeleton is completely replaced every 10 years. Bone tissue constantly breaks down and rebuilds throughout life. A group of vultures is called a committee when on the ground. When flying, they're called a kettle. Due to their circular soaring pattern, the average person will spend about 6 months of their life waiting for traffic lights to change. Urban dwellers spend even more time in traffic-related delays. A group of mosquitoes is called a scourge. Only female mosquitoes bite, as they need protein from blood to produce eggs. The human brain processes visual information 60,000 times faster than text. This is why infographics and visual aids are so effective for learning. A group of cockroaches is called an intrusion. Cockroaches can live for up to a week without their heads before dying of thirst. The average person will shed about 40 pounds of skin in their lifetime. Dead skin cells make up a significant portion of household dust. A group of wasps is called a colony. Wasps can recognize human faces and remember them for future encounters. The human body produces about 1.5 liters of mucus every day. Most of it is swallowed unconsciously and helps protect the respiratory system. A group of ants is called a colony. Some ant species farm fungus for food and have been doing agriculture for millions of years. The average person will grow about 590 miles of hair in their lifetime. Hair grows faster in summer than winter due to increased blood circulation. A group of termites is called a swarm. Termites have been on Earth for about 250 million years, predating dinosaurs. The human body contains enough iron to make a 3-inch nail. Iron is essential for carrying oxygen in red blood cells. A group of locusts is called a plague. During swarming, locusts can travel over 80 miles in a day and consume their own body weight in food. The average person will produce about 40,000 gallons of urine in their lifetime. The kidneys filter about 50 gallons of blood daily. A group of flies is called a business. Flies taste with their feet and can detect sugar that's 10 million times more diluted than humans can taste. The human body temperature varies throughout the day by about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit. It's typically lowest in early morning and highest in late afternoon. A group of gnats is called a cloud. Gnats are attracted to carbon dioxide, which is why they swarm around faces and mouths. The average person will breathe about 600 million times in their lifetime. Each breath contains approximately 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. A group of beetles is called a swarm. Beetles make up about 25% of all known animal species on Earth. The human eye blinks automatically to spread tears and keep the cornea moist. The average blink lasts about 0.3 seconds. A group of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope. Monarch butterflies can migrate up to 3,000 miles using magnetic fields for navigation. The average person will consume about 35 tons of food in their lifetime. This includes approximately 7,000 gallons of water from food alone. A group of caterpillars is called an army. Some caterpillars can increase their body weight by 1,000 times before pupating. The human heart pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood through the body daily. The circulatory system includes over 60,000 miles of blood vessels. A group of moths is called an eclipse. Moths use the moon for navigation, which is why artificial lights confuse them. The average person will take about 216 million steps in their lifetime. This is equivalent to walking around the Earth about 5 times. A group of dragonflies is called a swarm. Dragonflies have nearly 360-degree vision, with compound eyes containing up to 30,000 lenses. The human brain uses glucose as its primary fuel source. It consumes about 120 grams of glucose daily, roughly 20% of total caloric intake. A group of crickets is called an orchestra. Male crickets chirp by rubbing their wings together, and the frequency increases with temperature. The average person will grow and shed about 100 pounds of fingernails and toenails in their lifetime. Fingernails grow about 4 times faster than toenails. A group of grasshoppers is called a cloud. Grasshoppers have ears located on their bellies and can jump 20 times their body length. The human body contains about the same number of bacterial cells as human cells. This microbiome is essential for digestion and immune function. A group of ladybugs is called a loveliness. Ladybugs can eat up to 5,000 aphids in their lifetime and are considered beneficial insects.